Hey, good morning. I'm going to show you very briefly how to create a Pressbook chapter. And it's all about workflow, and this is a very efficient kind of workflow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an end product in Pressbook that's very similar to this Zenify presentation handout which I gave you earlier in the week. So this is a document. We have headers at different points. We have some verbiage, we have bullet points, we have links and so on. And on the second page we have images, as you can see there, and then descriptions of each of these images. So it's just the first two pages of this document that I'm going to create for you. So we have two basic attributes, two basic things we need to create in Pressbooks. We need to deal with the images, and we need to deal with the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with the images first. Now normally when you write a document, you'd kind of start at the top and start writing, and then, oh, I need some images, insert images here, and then keep writing and writing and writing. What we're going to do is work slightly backwards. So we're going to gather our image assets first, and then deal with our text assets second. So with regard to the image assets, I have them over here, and I took my slides in Keynote and I exported them as PNG files, portable network graphics. So PNG and JPEG files work really well with Pressbooks. Other types of documents don't. So when it gets exported, it's 1024 pixels wide, which is a little bit too wide for Pressbooks. So I created a small version, which is 300 pixels wide. And I'll do one live to show you. So here's my last slide. I'm going to open it up. It'll pop open in preview. I can duplicate that. I can give it a new name. I'm using the same, I'm calling it Zenify, the Preventing Plagiarism slide number 4. And then I can put SM for small.png as the file name. And I'm just going to adjust the size and make it 300 pixels wide. There it is. Nice little thumbnail. And we could, modify this picture however we want. We're just going to leave it like that. It's fine. So we'll save that. We'll save that. And we're good to go. So we have the image assets. The next thing to do is to consider the text assets. And what I did was I went back to the original document, which is in Word, not in PDF. And I copied the text and I pasted it into my favorite text editor, which is BBEdit. So this is just straight text. There is no formatting. There is no stuff from Word, no hidden characters, no margins, none of that kind of stuff. Just pure, unadulterated text. And I have a little note to myself in here. The presentation title slides go here. So that's a little handy bit. So that's my text document. I'm going to copy that as well. And we'll get started over on the Pressbook side. So again, this is the dashboard. I can see the contributors. I assume you have a similar type screen to mine. So we're going to go into text. And we're going to add a new document under the main body. But again, slightly different workflow than what you'd think. Normally you'd create a document and start typing away and then create assets. But let me just change it up a bit. So we'll go to Media first. And we're going to add new items to the media library. And we'll go back here and we'll grab the small version of our four slide thumbnails, drag and drop, and those will upload to Pressbook. So now I have my media assets all ready to go. I can go to text. I can add a new chapter. Let's call this something like Zenify your presentation example. And I'm going to paste the text that I copied from BBEdit. And there I have my text. Now, it just shows up as body text by default. So we could grab, certain bits, and we could add formatting to it. So we could give this, heading 1 kind of look. So there it is, resources. This text, we'll call this, this will be heading level 3. I have these bullet points here. We can make these bulleted list, And again, you might have to do some tinkering with some of this editing, but that was pretty easy to do. And then down here I have various URLs and things like that. Let me just take this YouTube video URL. I'm going to copy that, click on the link, and I can put it in there to actually create a link to the YouTube video. So you can go in and add links and different things like that. It's fairly easy to embed videos as well. So instead of just having a link to the video, maybe we wanted to have Gar Reynolds, author at Google's talk directly right in the document. So we can do that easily. We can go to the YouTube. There's YouTube, there's his talk, and I'm sure we could scroll through and find Gar Reynolds talking away. If we hit share, we can grab the URL for this. So we'll copy that. If we come back here and we hit paste, it'll just show up embedded. That was pretty quick. Hit publish, and away you go. So now your document looks like this. We have an embedded video, and then we have some more text. And I would go back through and I would make these things a bulleted list and work out some of those things, make this a heading, maybe heading 2 level. And I have my presentation slides go here. So again, just a matter of add media, and we can grab the first slide on the list, which was this one. We could add some captioning text, some alt text for people who are visually impaired if they're using a reader for this. We're just going to grab that document, and this refers to the original slide, and then add media, whereabouts, right here. Whoops, that one there. Insert that into post. That's slide B. Right, you get the drill. And then finally add media. Last slide. Insert into post. And now we have our document, and we can talk about each of those in turn. So we've gone from a document that's been authored in Word to something that's been recreated in Pressbook. And again, we can tinker with all of these things. We can tinker with the size of the video by modifying aspects of the URL. We can, add URLs. We can highlight, all the usual things. Anyways, just wanted to give you a quick and dirty kind of introduction to Pressbooks.